Thousands of people in D.C. received a warm Thanksgiving meal at the Convention Center today. It's the 16th year for the event put on by Safeway and Events D.C. It also included a clothing giveaway and free flu shots. 5,000 people who might not otherwise have much to eat this Thanksgiving are getting a feast with all the trimmings today at the Feast of Sharing.
It has to be one of the biggest Thanksgiving get-togethers around. In this huge space of the Convention Center, there's a fork, spoon, and knife set in front of each of the 5,000 seats here with 2 bowls of cranberry sauce at each table. Huge refrigerators are being wheeled around with labels like white meat, dark meat, collard greens, and, of course, pie. If you thought getting your Thanksgiving dinner together was tough, this one involves 340 turkeys and 600 pounds each of stuffing and mashed potatoes.
Thanksgiving is all about family and food. Both are coming together in a huge scale at the Convention Center.
You thought putting together your Thanksgiving meal was tough. Try doing it with 340 turkeys, 500 pounds of mashed potatoes, 700 pies.
It's exciting. This is going to be a great day. It's going to be hectic and fun, and helping always feels great.
5,000 of the city's neediest are being served a Thanksgiving meal with all the trimmings at the Feast of Sharing.
You know, it's really about sharing a good meal with the people that are close to you.
But the food means just as much as the family and friends here.
I'm thankful that they're giving this for me and my sister. We together today. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't even be together.
I am happy and grateful the Lord look out for me this year.
At the Convention Center, Steve Burns on WMAL and WMAL.com.
5,000 people in need are getting Thanksgiving dinners today at Feast of Sharing. It's a labor of love putting it all together.
We're doing the turkeys here.
Lots of them.
And that was 340 turkeys that we started roasting last Friday.
You can tell sous chef Graham Connor takes a bit of pride in his work.
We're cutting those down now, and we have about 7,500 pounds of turkey.
The white meats and dark meats get separated.
The roasting times are different, so that way we can make sure that it doesn't get dry.
Volunteers are separating turkey from bone next to this giant vat.
It's roughly 600 pounds of stuffing.
We've been wrapping some butter for the mashed potatoes.
Thomas is here volunteering his time from George Washington University.
It's exciting to know that we're having such a great impact on these people, that they're able to come have a warm meal, celebrate Thanksgiving.
At the Convention Center, Steve Burns on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Thousands of people have been invited to today's annual Feast of Sharing. The doors open just after 9 a.m. at the Washington Convention Center. And while traditional turkey dinner will not be served until 11:30, there are plenty other parts of this event. It also features a health and wellness expo, free flu shots, diabetes testing, even free clothing. Hundreds of volunteers will help to serve up today's meals.
Breast cancer is...
Thousands of people enjoyed a turkey meal one day early at the annual Feast of Sharing. The doors opened just after 9 a.m. at the Washington Convention Center. And before the traditional dinner was served, there was a health and wellness expo that featured some free flu shots, diabetes testing, even free clothing. Then hundreds of volunteers helped serve up the food. And there is
Today, some D.C. residents will kick off Thanksgiving early at the Safeway Feast of Sharing. Around 5,000 residents will enjoy a holiday meal at this annual community event. There will also be health experts on hand, along with free flu shots and diabetes testing. This is the 16th year for this event. It takes place today at the Convention Center in Northwest Washington.
About 5,000 people are enjoying a Thanksgiving meal right now at the Washington Convention Center. It's called the Feast of Sharing. It's for senior citizens and low-income residents. Safeway, some local businesses, and hundreds of volunteers have come together to make it happen for the past 16 years. Coming up on News 4 at 5, Tom Sherwood talks to some people who made volunteering at the popular event a family affair.
At the Washington Convention Center. The good news is thousands of people are being fed here today. The bad news, they have to be fed. I'll have the story coming up.
Thousands of needy people enjoyed a full Thanksgiving dinner at the Washington Convention Center today. It was the 16th annual Safeway Feast of Sharing. News 4's Tom Sherwood caught up with one family, thankful for the opportunity to give back.
The patriotic beginning. Important people like Mayor Muriel Bowser greeting everyone, and lots of food for lots and lots of people at the Convention Center. It was the 16th annual Safeway Feast of Sharing that drew more than 5,000 people. But the core of the day is hundreds of volunteer servers like 14-year-old Jalen Simmons and his mother Rosina, who came in from Clinton, Maryland to help out while Jalen's father was at work. What were you thinking in there?
I was thinking that it's a lot of people that don't have what I have.
This is an awesome opportunity that my son had to get his community service hours in and see the importance of sharing with others what they don't have.
It wasn't all work for the 9th grader from Wise High School in Upper Marlboro, but his mom said it was a slow start this morning.
He was a little reluctant to get out of bed. It's a day on of service and putting someone else before your own needs.
How did you feel when she dragged you out of bed?
I didn't like it at all, but she stopped at McDonald's, so I was okay.
In addition to food, people also lined up for the opportunity this year to select some clothing they'll need this winter.
Happy Thanksgiving.
In the district, Tom Sherwood, News 4.
Are you lucky enough to have an office holiday party this year?
Thank you. Meanwhile, the annual Feast of Sharing in D.C. today brought hundreds of people to the convention center. Some were there to give, others to receive. And as Suzanne Kennedy shows us, they were all in the holiday spirit.
Ray Hall is having his Thanksgiving meal a day early.
This is the only meal I'm gonna have.
He and his family are homeless, so this holiday, turkey and all the fixings will be shared with 5,000 other D.C. residents at the annual Feast for Sharing at the convention center.
They get you off the street, provide a meal for me. I like the atmosphere. I'm enjoying myself.
A gospel choir and Redskins cheerleaders helped create a festive atmosphere. 700 volunteers staffed the massive event. 17-year-old Leah Hill gave up her day off from school just to help out.
I enjoy it to help others because I know that I'm gifted and I'm blessed to have a food and a roof over my head, so I like to help others. It makes me feel like I'm giving back to my community.
Safeway Foods and other community partners sponsored the event, which included hundreds of pounds of turkey and the trimmings.
There's people that don't have nearly as much that many of us like myself have, and so we want to do something that will touch them, even if it's for just one moment in time.
A lot of these people come back year after year, so much so that they consider the people here in this crowd their extended family, and this a tradition in starting their holiday season. In Northwest Washington, Suzanne Kennedy, ABC 7 News.
All right, Suzanne, thank you very much.
8:41 now, and this holiday weekend isn't just all about home cooking and big shopping deals. For many, it is a time to give back. And for more than a decade, one annual event, thousands of needy people right here in our area. Our Eileen Whalen has more now on this morning's annual Safeway Feast of Sharing. Eileen?
No, it's not good.
Julie, 8:38 is your time now, and still ahead here on Good Morning Washington.
I am here in the main kitchen of the convention center where preparations are underway for 5,000 people to participate in an annual tradition. It's the Safeway's Feast of Sharing, taking place a little bit later this morning. Look at all these mashed potatoes. Oh man, we've got smiles on our volunteers' faces, and we're previewing this on the other side of the break. Well, today marks the annual Safeway Feast of Sharing. It's a Thanksgiving tradition where residents of D.C. come and enjoy a Thanksgiving meal, but there's so much more. And we're going to bring in Greg Odell, who is the CEO and president of Events D.C. So how long have you guys been a part of the Feast of Sharing?
So this is our 16th year, and it just gets better and better every year. It's something that we really, frankly, it's probably our best event of the year because we really have a chance to give back to the community and spend some time with the community.
And not only do residents get to come and enjoy, a full Thanksgiving meal, but you guys also provide a lot more.
We sure do. So it's grown over years, and now we have a health and wellness expo as well. So we do free flu shots, we do diabetes testing, and we even have a clothing drive as well. So again, a great experience for our residents to come and really get some services, but also some great food and really spend some good time with us.
Well, you guys are really doing a lot of wonderful things for the community. So thank you so much to Greg and your entire team at Events DC. So Graham Connor here is the sous chef for Center Plate who caters the event. So first of all, how much food do you have to get to feed 5,000 people? If you're a little overwhelmed with your dinner that you're making, this helps put it in perspective.
We started out with 340 turkeys. There's about 500 pounds of mashed potatoes, 1,500 pounds of candy yams, about 720 pies, and about 500 pounds of cranberry sauce.
So how how long does it take to make this meal?
We started on Friday with the turkeys, and we have volunteers come in. We had about 200 volunteers for the week, and they come in and help us prep throughout the week. So we started Friday, and then we, again, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we got everything ready. Started about 4 o'clock this morning. So
how long has Centerplate been providing the food here for Feast of Sharing?
Been here for the last 10 years or so.
Wonderful. And what's your favorite part about it?
Well, as earlier, giving back to the community. I mean, we're actually able to give back today. So, I mean, you know, it's great to partner with Safeway and to give back to the community.
Well, thank you so much for providing such good food. By the way, do you know how hard it was, Larry, when they were packaging up all the mashed potatoes that are no longer here? All I wanted to do was stick my finger in just to give it a little taste, but I didn't do it. So for all of you folks in D.C. that are coming out today, don't worry, I didn't poison your food.
For that, you know, thousands of people gathering at the D.C. Convention Center today for the Feast of Sharing. And as Suzanne Kennedy reports, hundreds of volunteers helped make the 16th annual event possible.
This is the 16th year for the Feast of Sharing. 5,000 D.C. residents were invited to take part in this pre-Thanksgiving meal here at the D.C. Convention Center. This community event brings together a number of D.C. area organizations, including the Salvation Army, Unity Healthcare, and Safeway Foods. 700 people volunteered to serve seniors and others in need from our community. Mayor Muriel Bowser greeted guests, saying this large crowd is an indication that she still has a lot of work to do.
We're focused on senior housing, we're focused on utility assistance for seniors, transportation assistance for seniors, so that more and more people during their golden years can enjoy a high quality of life.
Coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, we'll show you what this meal means to so many of the people who are here today. At the Convention Center in Northwest Washington, Suzanne Kennedy, ABC 7 News.